Today, Connecticut's governor signed a tough new gun control law. Parents who lost children at Sandy Hook Elementary School stood behind Dan Malloy as he signed the bipartisan bill passed late last night. It expands an assault weapons ban, requires background checks for all gun purchases, and limits ammunition magazines to 10 rounds. The Sandy Hook killer murdered 20 first graders and 6 educators, firing 154 rounds in 4 minutes using 30-round magazines. In Newtown, we spoke with some of the families who appeared with the governor, and we asked them what they want to say to Washington. Among the families, we spoke with Nicole Hockley, who lost 6-year-old Dylan, and Bill Sherlock, whose wife Mary was the school psychologist. In terms of the things that are being considered in Washington, are any of them at the top of your priority list? If you could have one thing, or you could have two, what would you choose?
Personally, I would think limiting magazine size and universal background check. If I had to pick two.
And anything that helps reduce gun trafficking as well, and the straw purchases, you know, that you can't buy a gun for someone else.
Straw purchases are those when a person who has a clean record buys a gun for a person who would not have been able to pass a background check.
Correct.
Happens all the time.
That's common sense, isn't it?
Do any of you fear that after only 4 months, the impact of this on the Congress is beginning to fade, and the memory of how we felt on that day is beginning to fade?
This is a marathon, and you have to be prepared to run all 26 miles. This is not a sprint. That's been the typical reaction. Get the legislation, get it now, and then it fades. Time goes by, news cycles happen, other headlines come up. You know, when you take a multifaceted approach, and you can build a wagon big enough for a grassroots movement to get involved, it has the legs to go the 26 miles.
This is a lifelong pursuit for all of you?
Yes.
Yeah. Shame on me if it's not.
How do you stay in touch with the child that you lost?
We had Dylan cremated. So I have his urn next to his picture in a cupboard in our bedroom on a dresser. Every morning, I kiss him good morning and say hi. And he's the last thing I kiss before I go to bed at night. And every night I beg for him to come to me in my dreams so that I can see him again. And during the day, I just focus on what I need to do to honor him and make change.
They're going to try to take that change to Washington on Monday, asking Congress for part of what they won in Connecticut. We'll have our full interview for you on 60 Minutes, Sunday at 7, 6 Central Time.